background.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the Book Business Boss Consulting, where I'm always seeking to help you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. Well, today I am always excited to have authors on with me just in time for purchasing back to school, just in time for the holidays, just in time. I'm bringing it to you. So I will always want to make sure that the authors that we have available, and so I'm spotlighting authors this evening. Be sure and jot down their information. We're going to leave them up panel style, so you don't have to worry about who was that and what was her name and what did she say, because it's all the ladies tonight. We don't even have no gentleman authors with us this time. It's all the ladies, and I'm super excited for them all to be here. And so the first thing is, y'all know how to find me. Go to juliaakroyston.com. Yes, I have new books available. The third book in the Jalen London and Jackie series is out. I've got, new children's books because it's a new school year. So I got to write new stuff. And then I have a new devotional series, Ask, Seek, and Knock. Just plenty of new books, whatever I have left, because I've had some a lot of events and some great sales at some other events. So as I say, I'm throwing everything I got at it. So whatever I've got, I've got. So I look forward to you jumping online. Go to juliaakroyston.com. That's all my online stores. That is all of my websites and all that good stuff. Reach out to me if you have questions ever about publishing. Let's have a conversation. Talk with Royston.com. Have plenty of upcoming events coming up as well. But most importantly, let's get some books in some young people's hands. Let's get some books in people's hands. There is an all out cry for, oh my goodness, these kids are not on reading level. And I'm like, well, if they're not on reading level, it's not all technology's fault. Sometimes it's the books that they have out there. So just kind of as a sidebar, if you know you have a reluctant reader or a struggling reader, but he loves cars, he's into dinosaurs, she's the princess, or she loves dolls, or she loves fantasy fiction. Hit me up. I have a little bit of everything in every genre, and if I don't have it, I have an author who's written it. And if I don't have it with an author who's written it, then I'll probably writing it myself. So reach out, because we really need to encourage children to read. We need to encourage the libraries, build up the libraries. And, I know people's like, well, I can get it online. Yes, it comes standard. Ebook and paperback comes standard at BK Royston Publishing. All the paperbacks come standard with an ebook too as well. But 65% of adults still want the paperback. They still want the print book in their hands. So we've got books for you. Reach out, connect with these authors online, connect with juliaakroyston.com. That's all my sites, and I have plenty of them. I met a man one day. He said, "What do we do with this?" I said, "You start clicking." You get your mouse and you start clicking. So anyway, so I'm super excited always to bring authors. People like, I don't know any. You must have your eyes closed, because I know tons of authors and publishers and people literally around the world. So let's get started. I'm going to start with Miss Peggy Dixon first. And I want her to, she's been on with me a lot, so she's going to lead the way. Tell us about her books and where you can find her books. And tell us a little backstory of why you've written them. Go for it.
Well, good evening, Julia, and good evening to all that are listening in and watching us tonight. I am Peggy B. Dixon. I'm an author, a teacher, a minister, and I have truth seeds. And these truth seeds is you have to plant a seed to grow a seed. That's what I believe. And so when you're writing a book, you really are planting a seed, and it's going to grow into, like Julia said, some readers, some future readers. And I invest in marriages, and tonight I'm going to just talk about a little bit of the books that my marriage books and why I wrote them. My husband and I have been married 51 years, And we certainly have learned how to navigate through marriage, through the ups and downs, the ins and outs, and come to an understanding. If you want to be together, you've got to work at it. And so the books that I've brought tonight to share with you, or will have with you at me at the Gaslight, is The Meat of Marriage, uh, and the Meat of Marriage workbook. Now, if you paying any attention to it, the capital M, there's a capital M-E, lowercase a-t, and that is because it's me at marriage. Many times when we get married, or we're thinking about getting married, we're thinking about your partner, your mate, the one you're gonna say I do to, but you really forget that it's about you too. It's you. What's your reasoning for getting married? Why did you choose the person that you chose? What do you expect to get out of the relationship? What do you plan to put into the relationship? I mean, it's a whole lot more than I can say tonight. But I can tell you that if you come out to the Gaslight with us and you look me up, I'll be happy to autograph your book. And Julia will tell you that I tend to write a book while I'm signing an autograph.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
everybody's like, will you please just kind of hurry up? But I try to take the time to see what I can bless you with for purchasing the book. You can find me on Facebook, and if you follow me on Facebook at all, you'll see where I will plant truth seeds from here along the way. It may not be every day, but you're going to get some truth seeds. So go by and look that up. And then you can get my books on Amazon. And you can contact me personally at Peggy Bruce Dixon at gmail.com. That's Peggybrucedixon. And then you can catch me and follow me or look me up on Solo, SOLO.TO / Peggy B Dixon. That's solo.to / Peggy B Dixon. And come on out so we can have a conversation, because one of the things that I've known is that we need each other to build strong marriages.
Absolutely, absolutely. Be sure and check in. Okay, are you still going live on Thursdays at?
I haven't, but I will be, because I have an upcoming event that's coming up in November. So I will be back on. I've had to take a small sabbatical just to pour into me.
Yeah. The meat of marriage. I
Yeah.
understand. I clearly do. But find her on Facebook, um, and be sure and follow her True Seeds. She'll drop some nuggets on you every other day, once a week, and be sure and follow her so you can, if you're in the Lexington, Kentucky area, that you'll be there for her Iron Sharpen Iron event, hint, hint, plug, plug, that's coming up in November, and there'll be more details then. But follow her, especially as we know in the podcasting world. Lord have mercy, if they don't talk about relationships and make those sweeping generalizations about women, and then the women make those sweeping generalizations about men, and woo, it's a lot. And most of the time, I'm scrolling really, really fast when I hear some of the things that people say. I wonder, are they even married? Do they have a steady relationship? Have they ever been in a long-term relationship? So the meat of marriage is one of those things that you need to purchase. You also need to purchase hand in meatloaf in marriage, and that always is a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Meatloaf and marriage, what do they have in common? And that always stops. Now, at a hint for authors, you always want to have an attractive cover. You always want to have a cover that makes people pause and look and take a step back.
Yeah.
And the authors of BK Royce and Publishing know that if I have anything to do with it, you're going to have a fantastic cover on your book, because I want it to stand out. Because sometimes when you're at very large events, people are moving really fast, and if there's thousands of people, but I got to have a cover that's going to catch somebody's eye really quickly. Now we're going to do
Yeah.
it too, but that catches your eye. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This is Peggy
Thank you.
Bruce Dixon, and all that you do for marriages everywhere, and the books that you have written. And you got to follow her, because she's going to have some more books coming up. I speak
Eh,
that into existence. Amen. All right, we're moving right along. We're moving right.
yeah.
We moving right along. Next up, Miss Lasagna, you go next. You go next. Tell us about your books, especially the latest one.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Miss Peggy, for dropping those little nuggets. I'm gonna look you up. I'm looking
Well,
forward to seeing some of your stuff when I get there on Friday. I'll be at the Gaslight Festival also, and I have my two first books. I don't know how well you can see them. The Project and the Bully Plan, the Crazy Cool Cousins, and a little bit about myself. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I am a grandmother of little boys and a couple of little girls now. And my passion is helping them and motivating them and inspiring them to read. I do see the statistics that show a generation that is not engaged in books and reading as I would like them to be. So I try and write stories and publish books that are of interest. Little boys are my passion. So my latest book is, I don't know how well you all can see that, um, but I don't like football. We have reluctant readers, and we have children that are reluctant to try new things. And so this is a interesting little story about a young man who swore that he would never look at a football, touch a football, be interested in football. And fast forward, he's passionate about football now, loves football, and he's really good at it. And so I want to engage little boys. Lots of little boys are into sports. I want to write about things that excite them, that they don't mind picking up. They can read this in the car. I don't care where they read it. I just want them to read
Mm-hmm. Absolutely,
at the end of
absolutely,
the day.
absolutely, absolutely.
So you can find my books on Friday at the Gaslight Festival at the BK Royston book booth. But I'm also on Facebook. Can engage with me there, Lasagna Moran Royston. I can get you books if you order at Barnes and Noble online or at Amazon. The first two books are at Amazon. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that third book on there, but again, at Barnes and Noble. Again, if you have a young reader that you want to encourage to read or color, we have coloring books for the first two books. Um, Try it. Help them to try new things, encourage them to try new things. And the new book, But I Don't Like Football, is just that book.
It is. It is. It's adorable. I'm like, what is this? I said,
it's
Lasagna, what
nice.
is this? It's cute. It is really, really cute.
Thank
And
you.
that is that sometimes is a problem, not only just for little boys and not only for little girls, but big boys and big girls trying new things and wanting to be engaged in something new. And my husband Brian has a big saying: you can't say you don't like it if you've never tried it. So
There
he
you go. I
doesn't
like
like,
that.
yeah, unless it's less something, you're allergic to nuts or something like that, and you can't eat it or you can't try it. But if you physically are able to do that, to try something new, that really makes a difference. And trying reading for some kids is really a problem. But I'm finding that the more books that are out there that have diverse representation, the kids are like, "Oh, he looks like me. Oh, he's got hair like mine. Oh, his skin color is like mine. Oh, okay, he does things that I do and that I like to do." So really reach out to these authors, especially just in time for the holiday, just in time for festivals like Gaslight Festival. But besides that, for the classroom, when you go into the classroom, kids, your grandchildren, etc., you look around and you're like, I see the books. Yeah, they're the classics, and there's nothing wrong with the classics. I'm a retired librarian. I believe in it. But after that, okay, what is my child going to gravitate to? I know they're required texts. I get that. But after that, is there going to be something that my child wants to read and excited about reading? So thank you so much.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
All
the
right.
opportunity.
No problem. Coming to the stage next, Chef Neat. Ooh, ooh. Miss Juanita Edmondson, take it away, love.
Hello. I'm so glad to be here. So this is my first venture, and my book is called Cooking and Coloring with Chef Neat. So I am a chef, and I have the pleasure of teaching culinary at W.E.B. Du Bois Academy. So I have all boys as well as others have talked about. And as I teach my young men, we're learning about cooking, and we're learning about not just cooking, but we learn all about um, different cultures, and we learn all about my plate and how eating healthy and um, different things like making cookies. And so they kind of inspired me. I love working with those young men. So, and I love cooking education. I love culinary education. So that was my inspiration in doing the book. And also, as young men are, sometimes we have a hard time sitting still or so I wanted to be able to help those who, even adults. So it's not just for kids, it's for adults that um, like to color or something to keep you busy while you may have depression, or young kids who have ADHD or what have you. So you'd be able to cook and color afterwards. So, for instance, if you made French toast, you'd be able to color your picture afterwards and be able to cook with mom or dad or whomever you'd like to cook with. So that's a little bit about me. I do a whole bunch. I'm a chef. I'm also a choir director, so I stay busy. So I'm into the arts. I love doing things that keep us busy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And where can we get the book?
You can get it. So you can get it on Amazon. You can. I will be at the Gaslight Festival as well. You can catch me on Facebook, Chef Neat. Um, you can catch me at my email at j3le@me.com. So you can order it any of those places. I will also be at Greencastle Baptist Church in the next couple of, not this week, but the next week at our women's weekend. And I will be selling and signing books there. And I'll also, of course, if you buy the book, I'd love to sign it and give you a little inspiration in your cooking.
Absolutely, absolutely. I need a lot of inspiration in cooking. I don't like to cook, so thank God Brian Royston cooks. Yay! He's my chef. Okay, Chef Neat, before we go, I want you to talk because I came to W.E.B. Du Bois Academy once, and they were talking about food deserts. So talk just a little bit about the food desert, and I could really tell that the boys understood that. They didn't say I live in a food desert, but they clearly understood what food deserts were.
Well,
And
oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Oh, so like I said, I don't just teach the young men how to cook. We also have different things that we're passionate about. So one of it is food deserts, and that's where there's not you can't buy fresh food, fruits and vegetables within a 10-mile radius. So we're always wanting to solve something. We are Afrocentric school, so um, I teach the boys how to be concerned about your community. So that's one of the things we're talking about, how to help solve a food desert. So some of the things that we're learning to do is to grow fresh produce, to do a community garden. We do aquaponics where fish are in the bottom and the water goes around and feeds on the vegetables and helps them grow.
Oh,
So, yes.
oh, wow. Okay, that's taking education to a whole nother level. And I know, especially with black and brown boys, they're very aesthetic, and the ADHD boys, usually definitely want hands on, and that's a phenomenal opportunity for them. And I think that is incredible because we need as many outlets as possible. Yeah, we need the standard curriculum, but we also have to have hopeful outlets too as well, because everybody is not designed for every, we're not cookie cutter people, we're not cookie cutter children, and we've got to make sure that we hone in on the interests that they have. And even if they don't know they have that have that interest, expose them to something new. That's incredible. Congratulations, Chef Neat. Okay, wait a
Thank
minute.
you.
They done transferred a lot. Miss Peggy, since we retired from teaching, come on through.
Yes, they did.
See somebody finally trying to get it. Hello, and have that opportunity. So thank you so much, Chef Neat. I look forward
Thank you.
to seeing the book in person and all that good stuff. It was adorable and fantastic. And so I'm going to drop this nugget for you, for any of the authors, to have them come and speak to your young people, to have them come and speak to young people everywhere. Because I mean, as much as Miss Peggy talks about adult relationships, she might need to come and talk about youth relationships. Hello. And and all of that part. So, and Chef Neat hopefully can bring some ingredients and make sure that y'all do a little cooking exercise. I don't know, I'm just coming up with ideas off the top of my head. Look at, she
Sounds
already
good.
said
Sounds
she was
good.
busy. She already
I'd
said she was
love to.
busy, but I think as much as possible, being able to expose young people to people in a safe space. I think sometimes they need to be in a safe space to be able to ask those questions and not feel deficient or ignorant, or because I always said in my classroom, no question is a dumb question, none.
That's true.
And I know the other kids may giggle and poke fun later, but I always strive to with a straight face. Some of them was over the top, but strive with a safe face, straight face, to be able to encourage them and answer their questions. Some of them really were important and legitimate questions. So thank you, Chef Neat, and
Thank
blessings
you.
on a wonderful school year. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so let's go to Lux Dior. Huh? Come on, Miss D Devon, take it away, love.
Hello, I am Dee Devon, and I am the owner and founder of LuxDior.co, which is a doggy boutique and cafe. I personally am a brand developer and chef, and then I have a bunch of other titles that we won't go into at this point. But um, like a lot of ladies here, having your home life, your business life, relationships with children and other small business owners and authors as well. I am happy to say that not only will I be a gaslight with volume one and volume two of our Lux Dior cookbook. Um, they are also available on Amazon. Volume one is also available on Barnes and Noble. You can also get those at luxdior.co, the website, or in my store if you are in the Louisville, Kentucky area, or in the Melwood Art Center, 1860 Melwood Avenue, 15. Come and share that experience with your pet, but you can solo if you have a pet. And we do human grade food and mocktails that you can enjoy. That really, since we've expanded the cafe space, it has really been a joy. And I have a lot of people that come in, they'll tell me, well, I might get a dog one day, but today I'm going to go get me something to eat. That's been going over pretty well. And again, the expansion, I'm very happy about the BK Royston family and all of the support that we have for one another. I know in some of the other tours and spaces with some of the other authors, and I know having that meet of marriage definitely helped in some moments, as well as just having that communal feel of having, somebody cover your back. So with that also being said, Chef Neat, I do a lot of the public speaking, and we do a networking just, at the cafe today. So by all means, touch base when we see each other this weekend, because I definitely have a lot of people besides myself that we may be able to be able to come and speak to the boys as well.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I always tell D, because Gaslight Festival, and then I was at Big Four Bridge Arts Festival, and I was like, okay, your people was out there. They had their dogs, big dogs, little dogs, all woo! I said that's the space where you need to be. So Gaslight Festival is coming up this weekend, September 12th through the 14th. She'll have a little bit of everything with her, and I think she pretty much sold out last year of everything, all the dog treats and all that she had available. And she'll have both cookbooks with her as well, because there are some serious dog lovers. Or if I had a dog, it would just, poor thing, would be just neglected. So I'm here to support the other people, the other animal lovers and dog lovers, and especially the in her cookbook, and for dog, they have wonderful recipes in there. I'm like, well, look at her, but her dog is a diva. You mean a dog is a diva, is a superstar, and she knows it. She's a superstar, and if you don't know it, she gonna help you get to know it. Hello. So be sure and come out. Gaslight, they've already said on the website that this should be the biggest of all time, the biggest one they've ever had. So they have the most vendors they've ever had. So we are at booth 143 and 145. We are probably 3 booths over from the corner of Billtown Road and Main Street in Jeffersontown. So Billtown Road is kind of our access point. I have been blessed for at least the last 3 to 4 years to be moved on the other end of Main Street. So find us on Billtown Road. And one of the beauties of being on that end is that's where the family and kid-friendly events are, and the bouncies and all that stuff is on that end. So that's really the family entrance. Of course, they come from the north, south, east, and west for Gaslight, but it's on that entrance. Safe. There's a high security, high police presence. We've never had an issue. I've never had any issues out there as well. And because I've gone so many years, and the police officers actually come to me and ask me, is there any problem? Have anything happened? And I say, no, ma'am, I'm great. I'm having a good time. Anybody else? And she was like, the sheriff was like, if you need anything, let us know. I said, no, ma'am, I'm good. I'm good. So it's been a pleasure being there. I guess I've been going to Gaslight at least 10 to 15 years. And so it has been an awesome experience. Lasagna's been out there multiple times with me too as well. And Miss Peggy has too. And so Dee, and now Miss Chef Neat. And so I'm super excited about this weekend. I told people last weekend, I said, Gaslight's my show. That's my real show. That's my show. And so I'm looking forward to it. They take great care of us. So find us at booth 143 and 145. Now, it may look like 2 numbers and we're split up, but the way they have the numbering system, I'm in a double booth side by side. So we have plenty of room. Come on in. Tons of books. Come on in and bring your love of reading, and we'll be happy to help that. Friday, September 12th. Now, they say the hours are from 7 to 10, but the neighborhood really starts coming in whenever they feel like it. They will come through the barricades. So, but Friday, September 12th is open from 7 to 10. Saturday's the long day. That's from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then Sunday is 12 noon. So it's really kind of right after church, 12 noon to 6. They'll have a soft launch kind of on the family end about 5 o'clock, but it'll take us to about 6 to shut it all down anyway. So super excited. Let's see. I think we have comments. Oh, okay. It's really choppy. Yeah, we made it through. Hey, Rachel. Glad you're with us. Thank you so much. The A-team, Ms. Dixon's children always have her back, and they always jump on in, and we're always thrilled to have them not only jump in, but also leave comments, and share. So, with all minds clear, and I'm super excited for everything that has transpired. Be sure and find these authors and many more, and discover new ones. If you have an issue, have a question, want more information, feel free to reach out to me, and I will definitely help you get in contact with these authors. They have some phenomenal books, not just because I'm the publisher, but because they're phenomenal books, period. And we need to get them in the hands of young people everywhere and ask them to speak and be exposed to your audiences, young people and adults as well. So thank you so much for joining us. Look for us at Gaslight Festival, but look for us on social media. Follow us, please, and look for all the upcoming events and that are coming your way so that you can support authors and literacy every day. I'm Dr. Julia Royston, praying today, tomorrow, and always that you live your best life. Be blessed until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.